Hello, kids. You know what time it is? Oh, wait a minute. That's been done before. Oh, well. Anyway, got my new toys in the mail. It's an iPhone holder that's got a tripod mount on the bottom of it. Not like normal cameras where, you know, you'd have the screw hole in the bottom of it to screw on a tripod or an extension or something like that. Finally got that stuff in the mail and I'm going to give it a test run. Tried a few things this morning, but the audio was terrible. So I'm trying a new way to play with some audio here. We'll see if this works a little bit better. One of the toys I got, it's called a QuikPod. What it is, it's a 4-sectional, like an arm. It stretches your camera, phone, or whatever. Stretches it out there so you don't have to have it right up in your face when you're trying to film. Plus, this is a little bit unorthodox and different because I'm using an iPhone and not a normal camera. So I had to adapt and make my own type stuff. Anyway, I'm going to take you down here, and somebody was asking the other day about what waymarking was and what benchmarking was. I'm going to try to show them a benchmark. Basically, it's the same thing as geocaching. You got coordinates on the internet and you go find it. Well, the problem is 90% of these things are buried with grass and debris and mud, and nobody really pays much attention to waymarks and benchmarks or anything like that anymore. Because I don't even think you get any points on geocaching.com. Don't think you get points for a benchmark, but I'm going to show you what a benchmark is. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, we have arrived at our destination here, and this will be benchmarking 101. Things to look for and what a benchmark actually looks like. I found this one earlier today. I actually found it 3 or 4 years ago, but I had to find it again today for another multi-cache type thing. But it was buried in grass, and I cut all the grass around it and kicked some dirt around. It's easier to find, but I'll show you what to look for. And here we go. See if the sun messes this up. Alright. It's still there, shining in the sun. Alright, the first thing about benchmarking is you'll get the coordinates on the internet, and if it's one like this one here, this one is on the internet. It'll give you coordinates. You go here, and the easiest thing to look for would be your survey mark. That's a sign. It'll look something like, if we can get it over. There it is. It's a survey marker sign. I'll turn this thing off here in a second. Yeah, it'd probably be easier. The way this thing works, be easier. Turn it off, turn the camera around. Well, actually, I just push a button, but I got to turn it off, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, back to the benchmarking information. Like I said, once you get to the area, we're at a boat art conservation area. But once you get to the area, you should find a marker of some type. This one here happens to be an orange pole, and it'll say on it, survey marker, on all that good information. Most of them nowadays are like yellow signs. I'll try to find one of those later on, see if I can get a better picture of it, what they look like. But most of them be an orange or yellow pole. And in the vicinity of that will be your benchmark. And that is a typical benchmark. Survey marker. And they all look about the same. Alright, that was a typical benchmark. Benchmarks can also be stuff like water towers, radio stations. There's one down, I think it's west of Halltown, that's an actual big gas tank, but the vent in the center of that gas tank is considered a benchmark. They use it for surveying. I'll look around and see if I can find one of the other survey things and show you what it looks like. You'll also find sometimes around a benchmark called a witness tree. It's another little marker they will nail on a tree or a post, and then in the information for the guy who's doing the survey, he can go find a witness tree and it'll tell him it's 23 feet northwest of the witness tree, or yada yada yada. But that's benchmarking in a nutshell. Later. Okay, sometimes they'll say witness tree, other times they'll say witness marker. And here we have a witness marker here. It'll say either witness marker or witness tree anyway. The instructions on the internet will give the individual information, how many feet from that marker. And across the driveway there's another one. And more likely it'll say it's yada 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 feet towards the center of the road. And yeah, look left, look right, and over here in the center of the road we have another one of the markers. I think it takes 3 to triangulate. I know there's one here and there should be another one up on down the road there. But that's another, like I say, another way to know if there's a benchmark in your area. You'll see big orange poles or yellow signs like they say witness marker. Useful tidbits of information. Alright, one more and then it's time to go home. Like I said, I don't even remember this one being here, but just drove by and noticed it. See if we can find it. There's one of them. And if you look across the street, I see another one over here. And there's another one. So, I don't have the information printed out to find out how many feet, which direction it is, but you can usually look if it's one that they put in the street. More than likely, it was right there maybe. Hard to tell. I don't see any other markers. Yep, there it is. It's a different type. There's another marker. To use that for surveying. Instead of a metal disc, that's a plastic one. There you can see there's your witness marker over there. Got a witness marker there, and right in the center of the road is the disc. Well, that's enough information for one day. You're probably overloaded now for sure. Y'all have fun. I'm back, and one of the other fun things about geocaching is you get to play phone a friend sometimes. Had a guy just phone me wanting to know if I could go and confirm on a find I've made the other day. 4-star difficulty. I think it's 1.5 terrain. They're in the Ash Grove City Park. Anybody watching this that knows me might know which one I'm talking about. Somebody else couldn't find it. It took me 5 or 6 days, maybe a couple of weeks. I don't remember till I got enough hints. But I did find it, and the guy wants me to go and just confirm. Doesn't want me to tell him any hints. Just confirm it's still there. So I'll be back in a second. We'll take a little walk through the Ash Grove Park. See if we can see if it's still there. I'll be back. Alright. As they would say, this is going to be a walk in the park. Go up here and just confirm. That's all we're doing. Just confirming. Part of a frisbee disc golf course. I don't know if you can see over there. I don't think think there's any dogs here, so I don't have to worry about stepping in no poo. Alright, we're almost up here to ground zero. Turn around and show you where we're headed. Nice white fence. Lots of places to hide stuff. There's actually been, what, 3? This is the third geocache hidden in this area. So, well, without further ado, get you dizzy here. That way you don't know where you're at. Turn this thing off so I can confirm. Alright, we're back in the car. You want to video the walk back down, that'd have been boring. Plus the sun would have been right in your eyes. It's there, Jim, just in case you're wondering. And anybody else who's wondering, it's still there. I'm going to sign off. We'll see y'all later.